normally do things, there are many different hands working on many different contracts. It is not a one-to-one relationship. We support all of our clients, and we try to provide that level of due diligence and framework that we put in place to ensure that the rules are followed for transparency and openness, and that there's best value in the procurement process. Je vais m'arrêter ici. Je ne sais pas si Dominique.
I'll stop there and I'll hand the floor to Dominique. Well, I don't know if you're referring specifically to ArriveCan, but our department didn't have any contracts with respect to ArriveCan, and it's important to clarify that. We provided IT services to the CBSA, but when it comes to crisis management, there was no ArriveCan file in our department. So we provided, as I said, IT services to the CBSA. Well, one can't conclude that this contracting process was carried out properly, given the complexity of the ecosystem of the management of the borders. But did the government give you the tools you required to succeed? Did you have the leeway to succeed in this project from an IT standpoint? Thank you for the question. I think that would be a better question for the CBSA itself. There you have it. Your time is up.
MP Lidout, you have the floor for up to 6 minutes, please. Over to you.
Thank you, Chair. First, I am shocked at what was discovered at the ArriveCan report. I can't believe nearly $60 million in contracts were awarded to companies and CEOs who did so little work to earn it. I am shocked at the lack of accountability measures. I am shocked that this company claimed to be an Indigenous business. The $60 million that went to profits could have made a world of difference in my riding. It could have gone towards a harvester support grant and funding for community food programs that help to alleviate food insecurity, a condition imposed by decades of the lack of investments by successive Liberal and Conservative governments. This Liberal government is looking to sunset this important program that supports hunters to provide for families and communities. Groceries and supplies are too costly and most families cannot afford them. How, I ask, is it always acceptable with this government to find nearly $60 million to justify a handful, just to a handful of CEOs and well-connected insiders? My first question will be to the Deputy Minister. I myself cannot go to my constituents to even try to justify to them that ArriveCan app was worth it. I am asking you to speak to the families in my riding that cannot afford basic groceries because the programs designed to lower their costs are not working. I'm asking you, through the chair, to explain to them why this government let some CEOs walk away with millions.
Mr. Chair, thank you for the question. The issue that has been uncovered in the last week on Dalian and their use of contracting, their employment is egregious. It's wrong, and it is a terrible situation. I myself have picked up the phone to speak to the RCMP commissioner. They've been suspended. So action is being taken. So I empathize that the situation is not acceptable. It has come to our attention, and we have moved as swiftly as possible to do something about it.
Mr. Chair, in yesterday's testimony, this committee was told that the Liberals and Conservatives together awarded a total value of contracts to GCS Strategies, to Dilian, Coradix, and Coradel Systems of around $107 million. Are you of the opinion that Canadians got full value for their money out of those contracts?
Thank you for the question. Those contracts span many years and many different departments who have had work done by those firms. Those firms have provided a variety of services, mostly in the professional services IT staff augmentation, which is in-house support to in-house priorities and deliverables. And they have indicated that they have received value, and where there is questionable value, as we've seen by the AG's report, actions are being taken to examine further measures.
I will now turn about the decision-making process around the suspensions of GCS strategies, Dillian and Cordex, that was announced yesterday. Through the chair, can you tell this committee when the decision was made to review the security credentials of these companies and what the motivations for that review were?
Thank you very much. I'm going to turn to Madame Poulin.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Chair. So I will go one by one. If we're talking about Dalian, a decision has been made to revoke the security clearance of the organization. This is mainly based on the fact that Dalian has two key senior officials representing the company vis-à-vis the contract security program. When we are informed that there are allegations against or the company or a key senior officials, we need to verify and support the evidence to see if it's against the control or what is required from the individual or the company to be in good standing with the contract security program. As we were informed that a key senior official was also a full-time employee in one of the departments, this is against the exigence or the control of the program. So we were able to support that allegation very fast, and we were in a position to suspend the security clearance of the key senior official as well as the security clearance of the organization. If I'm going to GC strategy, it's the same process that we are using in order to assess the compliance of the organization vis-à-vis the contract security program. We received allegations. However, allegations are not enough to support a decision to suspend. We need to support this by evidence. And as soon as we got enough evidence to support the